Got it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tech Show with Daryoush. My name is Daryoush, your host. Our guests are tonight Captain Kurt Roskopf from the Disability Channel US, but I don't know why it says onward and upward. And our new guest is Miss Patricia Bjorn, and she's one of the new members of PurpleBiz. Before starting everything, there are two news I wanted to talk about. One of them is there was some, I've heard a lot that Apple products, iPhone, these Apple products in general are unbreakable, unhackable, and this stuff. And I saw news that Apple sues Israeli spyware firm NSO Group, because this group was selling spyware products for iPhones and sold it to governments, places. I don't care what they were doing, but that is something important about. Do not believe in the rumors. Absolute security does not exist. There is no such thing as absolute security. No product, no smartphone, no computer, no operating system, nothing is secure absolutely. There are glitches, bugs, security issues always. And if you read the release note of every update of any software, any operating system that you use, there are always some security updates. Maybe these security issues have not been used, but there were. The company has found them and fixed them. So be always warned, be always on guard, and be careful on what you are doing, what links you are clicking, what email are you receiving. Are you expecting such an email from someone or not? Especially emails that contains shortened URLs like bit.ly and these things. So many malwares are sent on the name of people that you know through such kind of shortened URLs. You believe, okay, this email has come from this guy, I know him, and let's see what's this link about, and you are done. When you click on it, you're redirected to a URL. No matter you click on any link inside that URL or not, just loading that URL may infect your computer with a malware, spyware, virus, or something. Always be careful. I personally, whenever anyone sends me any email or any message on social media with a chat attachment or send me a link, I contact that person from another media. If I receive something on Facebook, I contact them on Skype. If it is from a Skype, I contact them on Viber or Telegram or something else. Hey, I received such a thing. Did you send it? What is it about? If I don't follow these simple rules, I endanger everything, whatever it is, on my phone or my computer. And as I always say, there is a saying that prevention is better than cure, but in cyber world, so many times there is no cure. What is gone is gone. When a hacker gets access to your computer or your phone and steal information, those information cannot be recovered back. You cannot remove them from the hacker's computer. It's gone. They have it and they can do whatever they want with it. Be careful. And another security news is about the data breach on the GoDaddy. More than, at first, at the beginning, it was announced about more than 1.2 million websites, databases have been, WordPress websites as databases have been stolen. But in another news that I saw today is that the breach widens to include reseller subsidiaries too. So the number of information, the number of databases and records that have been stolen are much more than 1.2 million records. And so many people know me because I'm active on all the social media. They know that I promote my Asgard security service. And despite I always say prevention is the best solution, they, okay, let me keep his contact. If something happens, I will contact him. And they contacted me and then asked me, they were ready to pay me much more than the security subscription service to undo what the hackers have done. And I refused because no one can do that. No one can delete your stolen information from the hacker's computer because no one knows who did that. If you take the risk of not protecting your website now, you have to accept the consequences of what's going on and what's happening to you. When you want to open a store, among the most important things that every business owner considers are do we need the security cameras? Do we need security personnel? RFID tags can be used for so many things. But on the cyber world, no. If something happens, it's not the TV that if it is broken, call someone to come and fix it. If it's not the water pipe that if it was broken, call someone and come to fix it. You have to prevent it, and you need to accept what the cybersecurity consultant advises you and follow his rules, his or her recommendations. This is important. Apart from this, we have started a new campaign for the PurpleBiz, and we have a new member to PurpleBiz. As I always said, all the PurpleBiz members are always welcome to the Tech Show with Daryoush to introduce their business and talk with everyone about what they do. And tonight, our guest is Patricia Bjorn, and I give the microphone to Patricia to talk about herself, her business, what she can do, and let's listen to her. Patricia, the microphone is yours.
Thank you, Daryoush. Can you hear me okay? Okay, I've got some background noise here, so. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Patricia Bjorn, and I am with TUSNUA Virtual Business Services. And one of our branches is myvirtualtimewhisperer.com. I am a virtual expert who offers virtual administrative assistant services like calendar and emails management, bookkeeping services, online business management. I live in the northwestern Wisconsin with my husband Jonathan and our fur baby Lila. I spend most of my time taking on the time-consuming tasks that entrepreneurs have that keep them from paying attention to their business. I use my expert organizational skills, and I am a proactive problem solver. And those are two very good things to have backing up your business. Let's see, what else can I tell you?
I would like to know how you came up with your name, Tusnua. That sounds like a different language. Where does that come from?
Tusnua is Gaelic. I have an Irish heritage, and so I'm very interested in that, the history of Ireland and its people. And Tusnua means new beginning. I'm trying to think, 2020, I had a back injury that took me out of work. I ended up having a surgery, and it's been a very long recovery, and I am still trying to recover from that, working hard at it, and figured out that I was not going to be able to go back to work. So I looked for something I could do at home. And I came upon a virtual assistant training program and decided that I was going to go take that route. I've got 30 plus years of customer service and support service, plus a master's degree in organizational management. And I knew that I would be able to do something with that. And so Tusnua was born. And I have created so many things. My website, my service packages, I mean, so many things that I wasn't used to doing. And it's been quite an amazing year. I celebrated a year in October. What else can I tell you?
Thank
Currently,
you. How can people contact you? Do you have any calendar? Is your contact information available on your website?
Yes, and that is myvirtualtimewhisperer.com. And they will find on each page access to my Calendly scheduling.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Always, anytime you want, you can feel free to join us. And if you have any new service, any updates, you can provide.
Oh, if I could just add one thing.
Sure.
Okay. Well, there's some changes coming in the new year. And for the month of December, I have put out a discount. So anyone who signs before the December 31st will have a 22% discount on their services for the first 60 days.
Until December, before
they
December,
need to sign. They need to sign by the end of the year.
Before December 31st, it means up to December 30th. If someone signs up on December 31, the discount does not apply, right?
Oh no, that's through the 31st.
Until the end of December 31st.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry. Yeah.
Hello, Robert. Welcome to Tech Show with Daryoush.
Hello, brother. My apologies about being late. I was a little wrapped up.
No problem. Do you have
What have I
any?
missed?
You missed about GoDaddy's data breach and also Apple that sues the NSO, Israeli NSO group.
I didn't hear about that. I was just reading about Jack Dorsey stepping down from Twitter.
Do you have anything for us today?
No, honestly, we didn't get to talk about a topic or anything. I just kind of got involved with
Okay.
going through this Forex trading.
Kurt, do you have any opinion about the security, the things that happened to the GoDaddy? Because honestly, a few people contacted me, and just because I am, we share on the same clubhouse room or we are connected in some social media, they expected me to do whatever they want. This, what do you think? What do you have anything to share? Do you know anyone that was affected with this data breach and whatever
Oh,
happened?
it was
things
through
that happened?
GoDaddy?
Yeah,
You said GoDaddy?
yeah. More than 1.2 million
And did it come
WordPress
through?
databases were stolen.
Really? Wow. It came through a WordPress site or something,
Yes.
or what?
More than 1.2 million WordPress database websites admin access
Well,
were stolen.
now that I know what you guys are talking about, I can say something because how many times have you actually talked about this? How many times have you said that WordPress has its vulnerabilities?
I always said
How many
that.
times do you talk about security? How many times do you talk about data breaches, right? So
This is
it's not a
what I was talking
surprise.
about. People do not keep the contact information. Okay, if something happens, I will contact this guy. But in the cyber world, there is no cure. When a website is hacked and data is stolen, it's gone. And we must soon expect a lot of information about the people, credit card numbers, addresses, email addresses, this stuff on the dark web.
Well, look, in general, right? I'm not one to. I don't want to start like a conspiracy theory here or anything like that. But it seems to me that those of us that are smart and educated enough to pay attention to things like this don't tend to have too many problems, right? Not only in the online world, but in the offline world as well. If we're not paying attention to like the things that are happening in currency and all that. But ultimately, there's always going to be good and bad, right? And you have these people that are out there doing these data breaches, and it's all in an effort for what? To make money, sadly, right? So greed is a bad thing, man. Can be very
The
bad.
problem is that most of the people think these things happen for the others, not for me. I've seen so many times people, hackers host illegal content on the website of the people without their knowledge. This is one of the things that I said, mentioned today. They put a long URL. You cannot track it easily. and you use a URL shortener like Bitly or some other sites, and send to all the contacts of person of a website. And okay, I received this from this website. I'm expecting that. Let me see what's it. They click on it and they are done. The computer is malware is installed, or so many other things. They host illegal contents, illegal adult contents, advertise for the others on your website, on your web space actually. Use the mail servers for sending the spams. Use the web space to hack other computers, the visitors, or other websites, so many other things, and people do not care. And when something happens, come after people like me, and what is done is done. What do you expect from us? They didn't prevent it, and they got what they have to get.
There's something to be said too, to add to that, right, is for myself, I've always been into trends, right? And if you're not paying attention to what's going on in life in general and the trends that are happening, I'm sure you will agree with me. There's a lot more hacking going on than there was 5 years ago or 10 years ago, right?
Right.
So you have to pay attention to those trends, regardless if it's online or offline, even the currency, even like what's happening in the world with this whole jab stuff, what's happening in Australia and Germany. You know, these trends are happening, and if you don't pay attention to them, sooner or later you're going to get caught up in them, sadly.
This year we protected our clients more than 7,400 times. More than 7,400 times attacks this year so far. It is pandemic. Everyone, most of the businesses have switched to the working from home. Even big companies like Twitter. So many businesses are going online, and they are the good targets. We have to expect more because we are closing to the end of the year. People wants to buy new stuff for their families, relatives, friends, and more data breach will happen very soon. If you are not ready, you are done. Do you want to add something, Kurt?
Well, so I mean, just to kind of give a listening perspective as I listen to all this from our conversation right now, I mean, what I'm deriving is that there were indications before. You're telling me that GoDaddy and WordPress, are risky business, like the security aspect isn't there as much. And so like Blakester said, you talked about this, Daryoush, in past shows. So you almost forecasted, this happening. And so the answer then would be to reconsider utilizing WordPress and reconsider doing business with GoDaddy. I mean, that's the thing that could have happened. People could have avoided.
Not just connected. This is not just related to the GoDaddy. This is a WordPress issue. If you search on the Google or any search engine for WordPress vulnerabilities or WordPress plugin vulnerabilities, you will get a list of all the security plugins, security vulnerability of the plugins, themes, and WordPress itself. I always say WordPress is like a Swiss cheese, full of security issues. And the worst part is that they don't have any centralized control over the development of the plugins. anyone can develop a plugin, put it on his own website and sell it. You go from this website to that website. I have a client that every day I have to delete at least an error log of 50 megabytes. Every day, 50 megabytes errors are generated on this WordPress website. It is a blog, not a website. It is just a blog. The security plugins of WordPress have security vulnerabilities themselves. And people trust to these plugins. You cannot trust them. You need a serious, people need a serious security policy. No one follows that. I've seen websites that at least 10 plugins are there and they are disabled. If you don't need them, why did you keep them? Remove them.
Yeah, I can,
What kind
I
of,
can
yeah,
say something real quickly on this because, as you know, Daryoush, I used WordPress back in the day.
yes.
And I haven't used them in years. And I found that to be a big challenge and kind of a pain in the you know what, when you had to go in there almost daily or weekly to make sure that everything was updated, all your little plugins, and you needed this plugin for that. And I can tell you, as well as somebody that co-authored a book for JV Zoo, I was very, very big into buying, and still am, you know, stuff online through JV Zoo. And I can't tell you how many plugins that I've bought for WordPress. And now, you know, none of it is worth anything, you know. So pretty much in essence, it's just money down the drain. But it was a valuable lesson, you know. It did cost me, but it was a valuable lesson. That's why I don't even mess with WordPress anymore.
The most funny part about the WordPress is that people do not go to the professionals for the WordPress, for the website. They go after WordPress because WordPress is free and open source. But I've seen so many cases that the money that they have paid for the plugins, subscription fees, and this stuff were much more than if they had ordered someone to create a website for them by coding.
Or even add templates to that too, because I know I got
Yeah,
a template back in
everything.
the day that I keep getting email alerts that there's an update to the template, and I'm like, I'm not even using it anymore. So
Everything.
but yeah, I guarantee you with the template that I had bought and all of the other things, I mean, it would have easily been close to 500 or 1,000, you know. Could have gotten at least some kind of basic website set up, I would believe.
Yes.
Even a 3-pager, you know.
Patricia, it seems it's interesting for you. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, so for the small business person who DIYs, guilty, a WordPress website, I'm sitting here going, okay, now what do we do?
There is always solution. If you go to a programmer, a professional programmer, and ask him to create a website for you, you may pay, I don't mention some money, but this is a one-time payment. You don't need to pay every month for maintenance or spend time for updating something. You don't have to pay for the subscription fee of this plugin, that theme, that. And if it's And you will be less concerned about the security and so many other stuff than the WordPress. WordPress is open source. Anyone can go, download, read the codes, and see the vulnerabilities. Search the internet about the WordPress vulnerabilities and we'll get the list of the plugins. WooCommerce has security vulnerabilities. People use WooCommerce to sell any whatever they want, either the ebook or any other products. So many times my friends come ask me to join to their website, to their group. I went, oh, this is WordPress. I don't go there. I don't share any information. I don't pay anything to that website. There are plugins that says, okay, I install it and it makes my website GDPR compliant. But honestly, as a programmer, this is not true. Because when I create a website, I know what am I doing, what kind of information I am collecting, and are these information are in compliance with GDPR or not? If not, I have to add this, I have to add this, put this announcement. I know what's going on and put there. I've seen websites that they have a GDPR plugin, a message shows up, and the message says, we do not track we collect information anonymously, we do not track you, and all this information is collected anonymously just for performance, for the correct performance and working of the website. And on the ad guard that I have installed on my computer and on my browser, I see the notification that this website is tracking me. That is just a plugin. That plugin does not know what another plugin is doing, what another theme is doing, what WordPress is doing. This is based on the general activity of the WordPress, not other plugins. If you want your website to be, your WordPress website to be really GDPR compliant, you must ask a professional to check every single plugin, the code, and see what is going on. Does this plugin track the user or not? With just one click and put something for free, you cannot make your website GDPR compliant. And in so many cases, if someone consults a professional, can sue any of these websites with technical information that this website is not GDPR compliant. I can just take a screenshot and take my computer to the court and show, connect it to the internet and go to that website and okay, see, this is not what I say. This is the system says.
Mm-hmm.
And you can install this on your computer and check it too. These are the things that people are not aware of. And just think that just because the advertisement says so, it is correct. This is the issue. Okay, our time is up. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Send your questions to questions aranet.tech. We would be glad to answer you. If you would like to join us, you are welcome. Contact us and I will coordinate the schedule to join us for the recording, or you can contact Kurt or Robert if you are their friends, and they will coordinate it. Thank you and have a good weekend. Stay safe.
Thank you. You
Love you.
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.